I was reminded of an experience I had not long ago whilst offering Bhog, actually. And for me, always the interesting thing is that, when we assign things to God, what does it really mean? For me, it's important to have a sense of it in terms of my feeling or in terms of my experience. And so we offer Bhog to Baba. Everything comes from God, so we offer it to him. I didn't want it just to be a theoretical or a bhakti sense of something. So I remember sitting offering Bhog to Baba, and I said to Baba, okay, tell me what's going on. Tell me when we're offering Bhog to you, what's really going on. And I had this experience throughout that whole time, this amazing sense of God as the seed of the human world tree. And that in the name Shiva means the benevolent one. And that benevolence is in the whole of the tree. And every aspect of that tree is benevolent, especially, throughout the whole time, throughout the cycle, not just at the confluence age, because God is the seed of the kalpa tree. If you have a mango seed and you sow the seed, we all know that the tree will be a mango tree, and so there'll be mangoes coming out of it. But it's amazing that every tree has its own unique feature in every aspect: the leaves, the colors, the textures, the taste of the fruit. Everything is completely unique and different. It's infused with that whatever the quality of that seed is. And for us to recognize that God is the seed of the human world tree, and therefore every aspect of this tree is benevolent. And that includes each one of us, but every scene that occurs in the drama is benevolent. No matter how unpleasant it is, no matter how painful it is, no matter how difficult it is, that there is benevolence merged within that particular scene or those scenes. And for me to be able to sense that today I may not see the benevolence of it, but tomorrow or the day after or one day I will definitely see the benevolence of that scene. Nature and elements, you might say that so many things are happening right now due to the environment and all of that. And yet we know deep down inside that even all of those aspects that are happening, there is the seed of benevolence behind that. So when Baba talks about destruction and saying that the world is going to be destroyed, but that's not the presentation that we must give to people. Our understanding and what we have to present to people is that there is benefit in that too, that what's going to come out of that is going to be benevolent for everyone, useful for everyone. And so really my feeling about this aspect of benevolence is very powerful. I have to say, I don't always remember it when unpleasant scenes happen to me still. I have to remind myself that there is benevolence in it. And I suppose part of my experience of Madhuban this time has been that, to be able to, I found 2021 quite a challenging year in many ways. In many ways, things never turned out the way I might have expected them to turn out, but they are what they are. There have been lots of amazing experiences as well at the same time. Lots of learnings have happened at the same time. And so at the end of the year, I especially made the choice to be here. What would it mean to be able to say, to finish 2021, and what would it mean born to 2022? And so seeing the benevolence, really bringing to the forefront of my mind the benevolence of all of that has occurred, which has been difficult for the soul to digest or to digest, but knowing that it's part of the journey. But what I've been working on while being here in Madhuban is that how can I make God my point of reference for everything. The other day, in Amrit Vela, today's Murli was really confirmation of some of the things that I've been debating with Baba, if you like, whether it's about being carefree, about worry, about being an instrument for God, all of those aspects, and that we would all claim that we have faith. We would all claim that we have faith. Why do we still worry? What is it that causes us to worry when we know that there is God? We know that really there is no one as fortunate as us. We know that Baba is really by our side, and that he's there to pick us up. He's there to support us and help us. And I suppose my sense of that has become in recent times that it's my own habit of worry. The habit of worry means that I consistently have the same thoughts and I fret about what's going to happen tomorrow when I already know that what's going to happen tomorrow is going to be good, because I'm at the confluence. I know that every scene of the drama is benevolent, and yet my habit is what gets in the way. But more importantly, I was sensing that my attachment to outcomes, my perception of what I think the outcome should be and how I want it to be, and my attachment to my thought of outcome, this makes us worry about things. Baba has said to us that even at the end, if nothing else, you will have a chapati, a dry chapati, and dal, soup to have. At least that much you will have, if nothing else. And surely that's sufficient. That's sufficient for us to know and to accept. And yet and really that's enough. I already know at this point in time that, strictly speaking, we don't need to eat as much as we eat each day. In fact, we need to eat a fraction of what we eat each day. And yet we do. And yet a time will come when we will have what we need. And yet it's not that I might worry about that specifically, but yet there is this awareness, this sense of what, why, how. I have the guarantee. I have the guarantee from God himself that everything is going to be okay and you're going to be looked after. And so my endeavor really is to be able to be in Baba's company, in the awareness of Baba in such a way, and that God is this incredible energy that is available to me anytime, any place, anywhere. And how ready and open am I to that experience of Baba's presence? And I was starting to tell you about my experience of Amrit Vela the other day. And that I was talking to Baba about this whole aspect of a sense of love. What does it really mean to experience your love? And really, it was almost as if this rhetorical answer that came back to me was, do you love yourself? And I know it's a notion that we've all heard about, but the sense of acceptance of myself, the sense of recognition of the value of one's own self, and the feeling of that value of one's own self, and irrespective of what might be happening, what may go on in our lives, or irrespective of our defects and weaknesses and all of that might be there. Dada used to say to us that there's only one weakness. Most of us have only one weakness. It might have lots of offshoots, has lots of different progenies of that one particular aspect of your weakness. That he would say, just find that one weakness and work on that one weakness, and you'll be able to be free from all the others that might be there too. And so feeling of trust trust is another aspect. You know, I might love God. How much do I trust that God trusts me? It's a question that arises for me constantly. Our baggage of trust, our baggage of losing faith in human beings and disappointments. And we have no reason to be disappointed now, yet that baggage comes up. And so for me to realize that Baba trusts me, how much do I trust that Baba trusts me? And when I begin to have a greater sense of the trust that God has in me, and the trust that I have in my own destiny and my own future, then I don't need to worry about anything. Some of the things that we worry about are, am I doing the right thing? Am I making a mistake in making certain decisions and choices that I make? But again, it's trust. It's trust that when I have faith in Baba, Baba's at my side and he's going to take me to my destination. And so my experience this time is really wanting to be in Baba's company, to be guided. And the sense also that when I God's companionship or God's support, then it's as if everything works to support me. And really, you know, when you look around, I look around in my own life and I have to say, there's nothing that I can say that is a glitch. It's the only way I can think about it. There is nothing that is a discrepancy, nothing outside. It's what I make of it in my mind and in my own heart. And so really the feeling that ground and value, appreciate and know that the glitches that do happen, that are temporary, and those glitches are going to pass. And Baba is going to take me to my destination and take me to my state of perfection and completion.